chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the ocean, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly on, they calling for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on me, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag, something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the ocean, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You gotta picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Body goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I see that new bay alert. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win, are you pretty like no.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the ocean, I had a in my shoulder.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Hill with it over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Hot!
They'll look to throw here. He is going to find Hill here. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now they try the right side here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
There we go, baby. In on order, the game gets longer, baby. That's it. Hey, let's feed it. Let's feed it. Let's go. Yeah.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Over! 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 Over!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. Now back to throw, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now it's Breida, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Breida. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
It's important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, that run wasn't very successful. They did have a big one on the previous play. So you get the sense that the offense is probing around, trying to find the ones that are going to work. And when they find them, they'll keep coming back to them.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
This is Breida. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They run with Breida. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Going right side here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the crossing route, complete. That's Hill. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
23 yards on the play. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. It's the backup Mariota. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Back to throw here. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal, and yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out come the Titans now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Titans getting set to go. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Finding some room at midfield, and finally brought down at the 43. A good pickup there of 22.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now they'll run on the draw. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out, it's not the case.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll set up to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now? And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now, Barney. Barney.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They'll look to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And they'll go on the ground. Down to the 25. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up in.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Looking deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to drop it for a loss of 12. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a second down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I can put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Over, over. Over, over.
Now back to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught. A good pick up there of 20 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down, that's James. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run again with Breeden. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And the Falcons going to use another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll toss it to Breeden, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And this one is right through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Detroit! Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 56
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL.